Hi, it's Sylvester, and it has officially been 7 years since I came out as trans. Wow, that is absolutely nuts to think about. It feels like I came out as trans an entire lifetime ago, but also it feels like those 7 years passed in the blink of an eye. It's nuts. I am grateful to be where I am today. I'm grateful to live in a country where being trans is accepted for the most part, and I'm grateful to live in a country where I'm able to access gender affirming care. In those 7 years, I went on to hormone replacement therapy, I had top surgery. It feels like a lot has happened in those 7 years, and not just in terms of my transition and me coming out as trans. A lot has happened in my personal life. I went through some very difficult things in terms of my mental health, and so I'm very grateful to be where I am today. I'm very grateful to still be here, and I'm very grateful to be the man that I know that I am. Now, technically, I am filming this the day before. I came out on May 25th, and I'm filming this on May 24th. Just for the sake of transparency, I wanted to tell you that. But to celebrate these 7 years, I wanted to take a little walk down memory lane and look at some old pictures. Here's the first picture that I wanted to show you. This is before I came out as trans. I was quite beautiful. I really was. I was very pretty. I did a pretty good job convincing people that I was a girl, including myself. I really, really tried very hard to convince myself that I was a girl, even though I am not. And a lot of people, particularly people on the internet, because I had a YouTube channel at the time, were quite upset when I came out as trans because I was quite a beautiful person and I was quite pretty, and they thought that it was a shame that I was not a girl. They were quite upset to find out that I was actually a man. And so I did drag for a while after I came out as trans, in part because it was fun, but in part because I wanted to please the people who only watched my YouTube videos because they thought I was a pretty girl. And honestly, in those drag performances, I really think that I slayed. I think I did a good job of being quite sexy. But a lot of people were confused. They're like, if you're a man, why do you continue dressing up like a girl? Why do you keep doing drag if you are a man? And that's the reason. Partly because it was fun, partly because I do have a feminine side that I like to show off sometimes, and partly because I was just trying to please the people who were upset that I was not a girl and I wanted to be sexy and look like a girl to make these people happy so they would continue watching my YouTube videos. It kind of worked, honestly. This next picture is also before I came out, but this kind of shows my overall personality. Like, I did a pretty good job of cosplaying as a girl and pretending to be feminine, but I've always been quite masculine on the inside, and I think that this picture does a pretty good job of showing what my energy was at the time. Like, this was who I really was. That last picture was what I was trying to be. This picture is really who I actually was. Now, here's a picture after I came out as trans. I was trying to figure out what to do with my hair. I like guys who have long hair, and when I came out as trans, I had like chin length hair, and I thought that that looked good on me, but people were misgendering me and people were accusing me of not being a real man because I had long hair. And again, there were those people like, if you're a man, then why do you have long hair? And so I kind of gave in to peer pressure and I cut all my hair off. But this was when I was in the process of cutting all my hair off. I kind of did it in stages. So at this point, I hadn't cut all my hair off, but I'd started the process of getting rid of my hair. The bracelet and necklace are Supernatural references, by the way. I used to love the show Supernatural, although I still to this day have not seen the entire series. This picture I really, really like. Again, I was in the process of getting rid of my hair. I was doing it in stages, but I really like how my hair looks in this picture. I love my Supernatural shirt. I love the energy that I bring in this picture. I really feel like it captured who I was at the time and who I sort of still am. I really, really, really love this picture. By the way, the earring is not actually an earring. It is something that you use for a belly button piercing, which I thought just looked kind of cool. Also, the earring and the necklace are crosses, not because I was Christian, but because I thought it was edgy to wear crosses. Next is this photo shoot that I did, a series of photos here. I was wearing this donut t-shirt. I really liked that shirt. And I was wearing a banana hat because I thought it was funny that I had realized I was a man, so I was wearing this hat with a phallic symbol on it, but then also I was wearing a shirt with kind of a yonic symbol on it, so I thought it was funny. It kind of went over people's heads, but I thought it was funny, and I thought I looked good in these pictures. Warning, the next two pictures I'm going to show you, I am doing brown face. It was not on purpose. It was not malicious. People made fun of me a lot for being really pale, and so I wanted to look more tan, so I used contour powder as foundation, and I accidentally pulled a bit of an Ariana Grande. So I'm sorry, but I do like how I look in these pictures, so I am going to show you these pictures. This is after I finally caved into peer pressure and just shaved all of my hair off, because no matter how short I cut my hair, people still misgendered me. So I thought if I shaved it all off, I would look more like a man. And honestly, it kind of did work. Like I do look at these pictures and I think that looks like a man, you know? Like I do feel like I pass in these pictures. So I do like these pictures in spite of the fact that I was doing accidental brown face. Next is this picture. I thought I looked really good in this picture. I don't know if I still think that, but I just wanted to show it because, again, I was quite proud of this picture when I took it. Here's a picture of me trying to do a Crow cosplay. It's a really bad cosplay. I got the makeup all wrong. I'm wearing garbage bags on my arms. The hair is not right. I should have done the cosplay when I still had chin-length hair, but I don't know. I do kind of like this picture, so I thought I'd show it. Here's a picture that I took on New Year's Eve. Now, I've always struggled with my weight, and so this picture I was quite proud of because I had lost weight, and I thought that I looked quite good. The hair, I wasn't really sure what I was doing with the hair, but I was trying, you know. I don't know. To me it feels kind of 80s. Like I don't know. Am I wrong there? Is that 80s hair or am I just wrong? Here's another picture where I am wearing that donut shirt. I really did love that shirt. Here's a picture taken on December 20th of 2019. I think that I look so good in this picture. I was very skinny, in part because I was having a psychotic episode and I wasn't eating because I was too psychotic to eat, but I really do like how I look when I'm skinnier. I really, really like this picture, and I love the hamburger shirt. I really love that shirt. I wish I still had that shirt. I also just wanted to point out a couple things about the hair. First of all, you can see that I had dyed my hair red at some point before this picture was taken. You can tell because the roots are significantly darker than the rest of the hair, and I liked how my hair looked when it was red. I also like how it looks currently, though, and my hair was really, really straight in this photo. I was not straightening my hair. I did not straighten my hair before this picture was taken. Usually my hair is quite curly, or at the very least quite frizzy, and so I don't really know why my hair was just so incredibly straight in this photo, but either way, I really like how my hair looks in this picture. I gave myself this haircut. I really want to look like this again. I know I will probably never look like this again because, first of all, I'm losing my hair. Secondly, I, again, was only that skinny because I was psychotic and not eating. I don't know. I just think I look so handsome in this picture. And so young. Man, I used to look so young, and now I look so old. So I was told by somebody in my comments that I look like I'm 57 years old. So, but I look back on this picture and it's like I look like I'm a teenager, and I was in my late 20s. And so I don't know, maybe I just want to be a teenager again, or I just want to look young. I don't know. I want to be young. Can I be young again, please? The only thing I would change is that I would keep my current facial hair, because this picture was taken over a year after I started on testosterone, and I was not shaving my face when I took this picture. This is legitimately the most amount of facial hair that I was capable of growing at the time. So I am now able to grow a full beard, and I would not give that up for the world. Speaking of how I was psychotic and not eating because of the psychosis, these are pictures of my abs taken around that time, and I was really proud of the fact that I kind of had abs, and I would like to look like that again someday, but I'm not holding my breath on that one. Again, I was really only that skinny because I was psychotic. Here's a comparison photo. On the left is my most recent driver's license photo, where obviously I have transitioned, and then on the right is what I looked like before I transitioned, and I think that that's a stark difference. Like, I look like a completely different person. Like, who is that person on the right? Is that my sister? Like, you know, like that's not me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very proud of how different I look and how far I've come. Here's a picture taken on November 19th of 2023. Again, I was skinny because I was experiencing extreme psychosis, but this is my ideal body. I want to look like this again. This is my goal in terms of what I want my body to look like, and I don't know if it is a reasonable goal, because again, I was only that skinny because I was psychotic, but one can dream, right? And finally, here are some pictures comparing what I looked like before I transitioned to what I look like now. Again, you can tell it's the same person, but I do look completely different. Like, again, who's that on the left? Is that my younger sister? You know what I mean? Like, I look so different. And I'm very proud of that. And I'm very happy with how far I've come in terms of my appearance. I would like to be skinny, and also I would like to have more hair. I really don't like that I'm losing my hair. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with how I look. Well, anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say. It's been a wild 7 years, and I'm very grateful. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Stay frosty. Bye.